play Super Mario Bros. 3 100%. There was a huge number of people involved in this, but really it was Lord Tom, Tompa, that really did the final version of this run. It's one of the most epic versions of Super Mario Bros. 3. It's unfortunately prone to what we call a desync. So I'll show you this. We have this run here with TASLink, the TASLink board made by Micro 500 we're going to use to run this. We're going to run this with the console off. So I'm going to power the console off, I'm going to run this, and then I'm going to turn the console on. So here goes. So the goal is for this to make it all the way through. Now there's one minor problem. The fortress in World 4 tends to cause a lot of trouble, and we don't really know why it desynchronizes. It just does. No particular idea what causes it to happen yet. We've tried doing logic analyzer captures, all kinds of crazy things. We've never quite caught it. So we're going to try this, and my hope is that this particular recording will finally succeed, and I'll be able to post this on YouTube. Because I'd love to post this for you guys. Now, there's a bunch of people in chat. They're talking about some pretty amazing things. A-Gimmick has a poll he wants me to run, so we'll be doing that in just a little bit. But first, I want to explain what's going on in this 100% run. Now, I realize my screen is kind of dark. People can currently change what TASBot's light colors look like. He's a little bit green right now. I'm certainly a little green right now. Those people type whatever color their name is will change the color in the room. So you'll see me all kinds of weird, putrid colors. So this particular run of Super Mario Bros. 3 gets 100% as fast as possible while being as entertaining as possible. And coming up here in a little bit, you're going to see a pretty amazing level. It's this one right here. This is normally a pretty boring auto-scroller, but when you let Mario loose and you don't really give him any constraints on what he can do, he does some pretty insane maneuvers. I've always enjoyed watching this particular segment, just because there's so many close calls and silliness. By the way, thank you very much for the folks that are congratulating the TASBot runs at GDQ Express. Team Murdoch, it was a lot of effort, and it was also a lot of fun. I love how he gets that tail while in an area that he would normally just be dead. And this shell handling here still amuses me so much. And he got one-ups there, because he can. And yes, he is absolutely one-upping off of the shell. A human player could do this. That's what's really amazing. There's no inputs in this section that are impossible, I don't think. Unless I'm mistaken. I don't believe there's any left plus right at the same time here, or any other silliness. Yeah, it'd be really nice to see this work. We still don't actually know why things go crazy. Oh, in PBN, someone's drawing the entire video frame. I was expecting someone to draw just the segment of the crazy Twitch chat we had earlier. So, a little while ago, in the live stream of Twitch chat, I'm sorry, of the Twitch stream I'm doing right now, we had an absolutely insane setup where people were just cramming random stuff into chat by taking advantage of an exploit. They were using all kinds of HTML escapes and marquees and you name it. By the way, that particular, right there, what you saw was a early grab of a fire flower in a way that saves a small amount of time. By, first of all, moving the Hammer Brothers all the way up and getting them as soon as possible, it prevents any additional Hammer Brother movements here, saving time for the remainder of these world screens. And second, by grabbing the firepower when they did, it saves the pause you would normally have if you were not just ending the level at that time. So Gimmick, can you give me the poll? Hey, Caden, thank you very much for the resub. There's a redraw going on in the lower left corner. That happens anytime someone subscribes to my channel. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. So, hey, Gimmick, if you can write the poll you want me to ask, I will do it for you. Not a problem. Is there anyone who can do a create a dump file for this? that one's the new run that is the one I intended to do today, but I kind of didn't prepare correctly. For anybody watching on YouTube later, Twitch is a different kind of long-form entertainment than YouTube, and especially for a run as long as this 100% run, when it desynchronizes, there's just no way for me to give you perfect commentary. The only other way for me to do it would be if I were to sit here and voice over everything after the fact, which I could do, then it wouldn't be very authentic. So you guys are getting the genuine me live. Hey, Sri. Welcome. So we are doing Super Mario Bros. 3. This is the 100% run right now. I intended to do the new one that finishes in 8 minutes, but we'll get to that next. It's been a nutty night, I gotta tell you. Thank you very much for the warm welcomes back from Games Done Quick Express. It's been really awesome having so many people here to support me. I am going for partner. My goal is to stream 4 times a week. I do have 2 kids that are here and will be here for the vast majority of the time that I'll be going for partner, so that is going to make things a little bit difficult, but I am going full speed ahead. Yeah, false read. Yeah, you came in at a really funny time. Hey, thank you very much, Overlord Arcana. So as always, a portion of any subs and bits that I receive are always going to go to charity. I'm not yet sure on the right split, but it'll be at least 10%. I really appreciate that that subscription. Yeah. So, feel free to ask questions. This is a great time for you guys to ask questions. Either ask questions about Games Done Quick Express, which, as of the time of us showing this Super Mario Bros. 3 run, it's the day after we just did Games Done Quick Express at TwitchCon 2018. Just in case you're watching this later and need context. It was pretty epic. It was amazing. It felt awesome being on another event. I believe the GDQ VODs page hasn't been updated just yet, but let's see, tool-assisted speedruns. So, let me sort by events. They don't yet have GDQ Express up here, which is okay. And they might not even be doing the smaller events, it's hard to say. I don't see things like Harvey Relief Done Quick on here. I hope they do it. It was an official Games Done Quick event, so I hope that GDQ VODs does post it. But last time I checked, I had... Oops. Let's see, let me sort by runner. And sort by the number of runs. Yeah, so GDQ VOD says I've done 28 runs before GDQ Express, and we just added 5 more runs. So that ties me with Mike Yama. Yama? I can never say his name right. I always try. Mike Uyama. Mike Yama? Did I say it right? Ah, yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, back to things that actually matter, which is talking to you guys. So, all right. What's my favorite Digimon? I don't have one. What made me getting to tossing? A lot of things got me into tossing. A gimmick, I will get to your poll in just a second. A lot of things. Yeah. Yeah, there's just so many things. First of all, I had a pinball machine that I want to tell you about, but I'm gonna quickly get this up here. I think this is actually a pretty interesting poll. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start this poll in just a second, but I want to answer your question. So well, you know what? I tell you what, Umbai, please stick around. I want to get to your question, but it needs some time. Okay, Agamic, that makes sense. They're probably going to hold off on doing it until they get the YouTube vids. Alright, I'm going to post this poll. Here goes. So you guys have 2 minutes to answer Agamic's poll. You don't have to answer it, but I'm going to answer it. Vote 1. Yeah, there we go. I definitely in engineering. So, luckily, while people are voting, it doesn't show up in the chat on the left. That makes it a whole lot easier for me to understand what's going on. Does looking for a job count as number 3? Yes, I suppose it does. So, Overlord Arcana, you've been trying to watch a stream for months to do that sub love. I'm really thankful that you did that. So Umbai, I will answer your question in time. Don't worry. I want to do it justice because it's a great question. But if this ends up going on YouTube, though, I'm going to get so much flack for my random chatting with Twitch chat. So if you want to vote, do exclamation point vote and then 1, 2, or 3. So 1 is let me get this right. 1 is software or computer engineering, 2 is other STEM fields, or 3 is something else. And it's okay. It's totally okay if it's something completely different. I like PBN. Darkheart, can you do it again, but only show just the chat window? I don't know if you can get it to fit, but just show just the crazy chat window section. I'm surprised you had enough pixels to even make that make any sense. So the poll is almost concluded. And thanks, Darkheart. Has ended in a tie again. So the results were 14 votes for engineering, 6 votes for other STEM, and 14 votes for something else. Okay, thanks, media. I appreciate it. Well, I mean, it wasn't a 3-way tie, but it was a 2-way tie. Kind of funny that I've had 2 polls on the stream that have done that. That's okay, Darkheart. Okay, so... And, hey, Gimmick, I hope that helps you. Umbai, I want to answer your question. When I very first got into gaming, one of the first things that got me interested was pinball. There was a pinball machine down near the restaurant that was in the very small town I was in. And I would go down and my grandmother would give me quarters. I'd go play it. It was a game called, it was actually an old space shuttle. And later on, I got a chance to play a high speed that was just totally destroyed. Well, I got to really like high speed. And I don't remember the exact order of whether it was I got the NES game of High Speed first or I got the video game. I started playing the actual pinball machine. But one way or another, I started playing the High Speed pinball machine first. I believe it was first on the NES and second on the real physical pinball machine. Well, eventually, I was just renting the game High Speed from the local video store at the time. And eventually, I bought it from the video store and I played it a ton. It was one of the very few NES games I had. I didn't have a lot of money for games at the time. Eventually, I liked it so much that I bought the actual pinball machine. So, the very first pinball machine I bought was a Whirlwind, but eventually down the road I got a real honest-to-goodness high-speed pinball machine, pinball table. And I got pretty good at it. I saw Morimoto's Super Mario Bros. 3 run in 2004-ish. Probably the year after it was first circulated. I think it might have even been 2003. I think it might have been late 2003. And it was really fascinating to me, but I didn't really follow up right away. And it wasn't until later that I started following up on NES videos at the time, which then eventually became TAS videos. And I decided somewhere around 2007, 2008 that I wanted to make a tool-assisted speedrun of my own. So I did. I made a tool-assisted speedrun. By the way, you get a redraw for that. I did a tool-assisted speedrun of High Speed, and I wasn't very good at making it. I did the best I could with the tools and resources I had. That redraw is really awesome, by the way, guys. I love that there were donuts in there. So I made this speed run, this task. I submitted it, had some bumps along the way, and had to resubmit. But I eventually got it accepted at TAS Videos, and so I've been part of TAS Videos since 2008. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do at first, but I kept pushing through, and I ended up doing a bunch of different games. A lot of the early ones I did were all pinball related, but I branched out, started some other crazy things, and I've been working on a NetHack task for a really long time. Oh, did Tux, you dropped software engineering to do electronics engineering. That's not a bad choice. That donut block, or whatever you want to call it, those drop blocks, can get stuck in a funny palette color, which has always amused me. And this is probably my favorite part, is seeing Mario get stuck there. And then the weird through-the-wall jump. This whole segment right here, with all these bizarre shell throws and utter silliness, this makes this auto-scroller so much more entertaining. So you say, by Great Tech, probably a weird question, but TASBot is really good at replaying controller input dumps onto hardware, but how difficult might it be to record controller input dumps in real time while playing on hardware? We would really like to do this. It's been something we've wanted to do for a long time. The problem is we've not yet had the engineering folks available to either reverse engineer the 8BitDo controller or get 8BitDo on board with changing their firmware so that we can do that with that method. Or build our own device to sit between a console and a controller. And I would really like to do that. Really, really would like to do that. Yeah, and Caden's right. The only admins get to redraw, but I will gladly do it for you. If you donate 100 bits or more, of which a portion goes to charity, I will gladly give you a redraw. Is TASBot open source? Well, TASBot is an individual, but he holds replay devices, the vast majority of which are open source. So the TASLink.net website has information on the board for Micro 500 that we're using now. Micro 500's hardware is some of the best we've ever had. There's also a PSOC-based board made by Total, who's the same guy who made the combo rando for Super Metroid and Link to the Past. Also highly worth checking out. And Umbai, I'm glad I was able to answer your question. I happen to think it's pretty cool. You recently finished your batch in IT and have become a bit disenchanted with it, huh? Well, I get that. I did not go through that path, but more on that some other stream when I don't have the record button on. Yeah, Melis, I'm with you. The time is always the challenge. But so the 8BitDo controller is really a nifty device. The controller itself is pretty cool. It does add a little bit of latency. It has an odd feel at first, but yeah, those super swims are pretty epic. But I think the 8BitDo controller mechanism is probably the easiest way. The device is $25 if we can figure out how to hijack it. Sure, it's only one wire, but there's so much you can do with only a 5-wire setup. I mean, one data line. So I would love, if anybody has a connection with their engineering team, I don't know how to get a hold of those guys. They don't seem to have any contact info. Hey, we're coming up on the potential desync point, but we're not there yet. We're just getting closer. But before we get there, by the way, nice party mode. Before we get there, I gotta go do something, because I just thought of something that I want. I'll be right back. Alright, don't desync, don't desync. I don't want it to desync. I had to get me something tasty, because pecan pie just is amazing. Gotta love me some pecan pie. Premium pecan pie. So we got a little ways. We gotta get through all the Hammer Brothers first. Sorry, Caden. Yeah, Melos, do get yourself some sleep. And Melos, you want me to hit you up on Discord? Yeah, I will. So what are we looking for? We're looking to take the 8BitDo receiver and allow us to do replays with it. Record input from the controller and play it back later. Not really sure about the best way to do it, but I'd like to be able to do it. So we're not yet at the point where the desync could happen. Oh, good, Inverter. Oh, nice, Media. You set up a reminder. What professional YouTuber? You me? You mean me? You mean professional YouTuber because I'm eating pie? Hmm. Alright, see ya, gimmick. Yum. Alright, we're getting close to the desync point. This pie is good. Yeah, I know. I had to get pie. It's good pie. Alright, one more level. I love how he just nonchalantly just stands there. Pop. So yeah, Rexwrath, basically, the 8BitDo receiver, I've got one over here, but I don't want to go messing with my cart just yet. It plugs directly into a console, which is really nice, except it's Bluetooth on the other side. If we can figure out somehow, some way to do replays with it, rewrite the firmware to use it for different purposes, that would be ideal. Pumpkin is better than pecan, but... By the way, that guy who does that, I saw you sub, and it's been amazing. Alright, here's the desync point, and we made it! Woohoo! Yes! We made it! I still have the record going. I'm kind of almost terrified that this made it, because now I'm going to put this on YouTube, and I'm going to get so much crap for not being a professional streamer. Oh, well. It is what it is. See, now I gotta take it more seriously. Like, I actually gotta watch now. Hey, Nexus. I'm doing great. I got pie, and it didn't desync. Darkheart, does it also sometimes desync at the hands? Pie, no desyncs, awesome. I don't think this is Texan. I mean, it came from a Whole Foods, so it's not exactly bad, but... Okay, hang on. Ah, well, I accidentally quoted it. I didn't mean to. I messed up. Okay. Alright, media. I stayed quiet so you could hear Mario jumping to the music. Yeah, Dark Art, that was pretty good. Not horrible hitboxes, just very abusable. I actually prefer that the hitboxes in this game are fairly... yeah, DidTux, I think TASLink.net is one of the sites. That's Micro 500's. I think it's .net. I don't think it's .org. Should be. Anyway, you can find Micro 500 on GitHub. He's amazing. He's done awesome work. He has stepped away from the project. I do hope to reconnect with him at some point when he's ready. I love that. 2 fireballs at the same time. What's that, Caden? I don't know. Yeah, that one. Well. Okay. Run needs more pie. I'm enjoying the pie. Yeah, I guess you could call it entertainment points. It's certainly a way that they get more notoriety. Lord Tom is really good at this. So is Tompa. I love how he goes to the right. I never do that, but somehow it works for him. Man, that is so tight. Y'all made my lights dark. True. Why are you trying to merge something that shouldn't be merged? You can explain your problem here. And there are enough people that know how to do Git that you can probably, assuming you're using Git to do your merge, that I bet someone will help you. Yeah, Media Magnet, that would be good. Eventually. We'll get there. This is such an unusual level, and I don't know why they don't have more like it. A 3-way merge sort. That sounds terrifying. Ooh, that was a really cool clip. Oh, wow. Cat ABC sort, huh? Thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. I wonder if, wonder how many people are watching the VODs after the effect. Whoops. Sorry about the mic bump there, I didn't mean to do that. Got too enthusiastic with eating my pie. So we're not yet playing the 10-minute, 24-second run that was improved after 8 years of work. We're still on the 100% run, for those in chat asking. Yeah, the chat hijacking that happened earlier in my chat was pretty epic. Like, really epic. Hey, Tompa's here! So, I'm doing the 100% run right now. And Tompa, if you have anything you want to say, I'm going to try to post this on YouTube. I have not yet managed to get a clean video of this. So we're trying to get that first. And then we'll do the new run that you guys did after 8 years of work. I am happy. I'm eating good pie, hanging out with people I love. Man, this is a nice chill stream. I am loving it here. 100% run does not include backdoor dinosaur. That was some pretty epic back and forth. It's pecan pie from Whole Foods. Not that I'm trying to... This is not a sponsorship, it's just pie, but... Invarial. I don't love you like that. I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean like brotherly love. I think it's still 100% without coloring a dinosaur. It's just 100% no ace. Tompa. You remember when you did this, don't you? Sorry, Rex Raff. Hey, Thanksgiving is coming up in a month. And a few days. The program you're running is using digits of pi as the seed. True, I have concerns about how you're doing this. Dark art? Really? I remember that. Yeah, so, Hexer, if you're talking about the TASBot shirts like the one I'm wearing, you can even get them in leggings, but please, dear God, don't. So, I have a merch link. Do I have a shop? I do. So let me copy this and... There you go. So, that Redbubble page, I copied it so that it also appears in the chat on screen. That Redbubble page goes to the art of Ange Albertini, who did the shirt I am currently wearing, which is an amazing shirt. Absolutely one of my favorites. And you can go to that site and you can get merch. Now, I don't get any revenue from that. It all goes to Ange Albertini, who did this original artwork. I don't anticipate that changing anytime soon. But the number of things that you can get are really, really nuts. Oh, Tompa, you got 2 of them, huh? Yes, I will sign them. Media Magnet, I want to get you the blanket, somehow. One way or another. Now, GekTech, if you get the leggings, will you wear them and show them to us? Because that's the real question. On a run this long, you know everything's gonna go to crap. Wow, GekTech. Alright, you do that. Next up, you know someone in Paint by Numbers is going to take the stock picture that Redbubble has for those leggings and post it into Paint by Numbers. Because that image is a little bit disturbing. Media, I like the way you think. Yes, you can totally send me your address in a DM. And then you might see what happens. Just make sure I don't forget, okay? Inverter. I am not wearing the leggings. You cannot convince me to do that. It is a terrible idea. It was an awful, awful idea. There are other things I will wear, but not the leggings. There's a duvet cover. Yeah, I think he wants the duvet cover, which is still pretty good. Tompa, your blanket is amazing, though. Wow, Paint by Numbers. That's a lot of handsome men there. There's a redraw we're gonna do. Let me pull that up. Is that not working? There we go. Haha, I got it. Okay. True, I'm not sure which song you're referring to. Must be in Castlevania. So I'm a little bit unsure which image this is. All those handsome-looking men look familiar, but yet disturbing. I think it's the same guy repeatedly, right? No, they have different hair. I don't know what to make of that. What is that? Yeah, that shell juggle is pretty insane. That is all kinds of nutty. They're Belmonts. Okay. So that guy who does that, I'm going to type exclamation PBN. So if you read this, it says, the greatest Paint by Numbers, an interactive drawing toy. Draw with color name X, Y, where color name is a named color, hex color or RGB value, and X and Y are one indexed coordinates. Grid size is 123 by 92, and you can do this inside of a chat room. You can click up top in the official chat client, join PBN, and you can paint to your heart's content. Okay, what did I miss in chat? Quantum BOGO sort? Oh. Please keep your language down. This is going on YouTube. So, Whirl, this is TASBot playing this game. So, yeah. Now, Tompa is the one that made the tool assistant speedrun that TASBot is playing. You got juked? Okay, I'm not quite keeping up. I'm trying to keep up with chat, but there's some side conversations going on and I'm messed up. Okay, we're okay. Alright. So good so far. There's another potential desync point coming up where things can kind of go wrong. I love this strategy. I just wish it was possible for Mitch to pull it off. Yeah, Tompa, that is pretty crazy hard. So we're good here. This level's fine. I love that you can park there and nothing happens. Also, the clipping through the walls is pretty epic. Just walls, what walls? Yes, another auto-scroller. There are so many of those here. Mitch needs to get good. He's already pretty good. Now, do you guys manage to get every single coin in this? That is pretty incredible. Okay, that I don't understand, Tompa. How did that happen? How far off screen you can get? What was that? That's pretty nutty right there. So that is a glitch that I know can happen. That sound is pretty amazing. The pic you linked. So true, no, I didn't see the link you posted earlier, but I'll have to watch that later. Yeah, if you get a one-up and waggle your tail at the same frame. I think, isn't it? Oh, it's a few frames after, apparently. And you are ruthless, Tompa. Yeah, that makes sense, Tompa. You wouldn't want to get those other coins. That would just be not a good idea. So, deliberate damage there, I assume. If I remember right, the tail slows you down. And of course, you did a little bit of a turnaround there to not get 3 stars in a row. 5 frames apart, huh? I know Mitch has gotten it. Okay, this world was causing us trouble at one point. Seems like it's fine. I'd only seen a desync here once. Yeah, Tompa, that would be a bad idea to get. If you get too many coin blocks in the level, that is not a good thing. So, what do you guys want to see me talk about in the next little bit here while we're finishing up this run? We're making good progress. It's looking pretty promising, actually. We're blasting through World 6. I'm very hopeful it doesn't desync in World 7. There's one other desync point where things can go wrong. I've only seen it make it to the end of the 100% run a couple of times. And I still don't know why it happens. Tompa, going through that wall is very tight, huh? Oh. So Dark Art, the history of this task, that's a really great thing. Tompa is going to be able to describe it much, much better than I can. Because, well, he made this task. So, yeah, he's just going to do a whole lot better than I am about it. Have I done any 2-player tasks in a game? I did two game tasks with the same set of inputs. That was pretty crazy. By the way, there is a commentary run of this 100% run. This run in particular, the one that we're watching right now, was made in 2015. It was made by Lord Tom and Tompa. So let's see. This one, so this one does 100% completion of everything. So all regular levels entered and completed. All world map, Hammer Brother and Piranha Plant levels completed. All world 8 auto scrollers and hand levels completed. So in practice, they play every level skipped in the warpless run by using a Juggum's Cloud. Yeah, this is really an awesome run, and I'm really glad we have Tompa here, but it's unfortunate that he has to leave for work. So yeah, I think Tompa was involved in the four run one. Well, this exact task wouldn't work because everything is different in the Super Mario All-Stars variant. It's very, very different. The link for the PBN helper, that would be Inverted's site, and I don't know where Inverted is, or if he's still here. So there's the link to the Paint by Numbers info, but there's also Inverted's tool that helps you draw into Paint by Numbers. Oh yeah, he's here. So can you post your tool if you're willing to? And it's okay if you don't want to, because this video is going on YouTube, so you might want to DM it. But yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's pbn.inverted.me. I think you're doing okay on resources there. So that allows you to more easily draw stuff on the left-hand side there. And I'm just not keeping up with everything going on that Mario is doing. I love that section there. Being able to get over all of that. Especially with no tail. So, I'm very hopeful that we don't have anything weird happen here. I know that after you get through the fortress that has all of the blocks that had to be turned into coins to get through them. I think it's the second fortress? Now, hang on. It's the first or the second in here? I think it's the second. How many fortresses are in World 7? Why don't I know this? I should have this memorized. Anyway. It doesn't matter. There was a time where we did see a desync there. Ooh, I like that. That going through the wall method. Just so good. So good. One after another. And then clipping there too. Because why not? Oh, yeah. The way Mario just hovered right above that spiny. Oh, Coder Joe, that when we get stuck in the tunnel zone, that's because we warped from an earlier location. That's a different. That's when things go wrong at the most common place, which is in World 4. Flying over levels, the easy way to travel. Fortunately, you can't keep your horizontal movement going very well, but yeah, you'll get an inverter. Thank you very much for all of the work you've done on the Paint by Numbers tools. They've been really cool. So you can pause to change when those guys go up and down, but this is just nuts how perfect it is. Oh, that death is weird. I don't understand that death. Like at all. I don't understand what happened there. Right move to use a P-Wing here. And get rid of it deliberately because it slows you down later. Yeah, I can talk a little bit about arbitrary code execution through controller inputs. I know a fair bit about it. So, we don't have Master June here, although it would be awesome if he was. In the beginning, there was Super Mario World, and then in Super Mario World, he figured out that you could do things like get object attribute maps lined up in just the right way where you could blow up the game. So basically, what really happened is with emulators like LSNES, you could look at all of memory, you could look at every register, every CPU state, everything, and it allowed people to find... Wow, that glitch is nuts. To find places that were vulnerable in the code. And Master June wasn't necessarily the first person to do it. There were some other glitches in the Pokemon series, especially Pokemon Yellow. But I'm going to use Master June's example because it's easier to understand. He figured out, I believe it was Master June that did this, that if you got shells in the right order for the object attribute map, it was possible to force the game to execute things as code, where that map was. And you could even jump to the controller ports and execute what was in the controller ports as code. So there's just game-in glitch, which doesn't give you full ability to do whatever you like. And then there's full total control. By the way, through the wall clip. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. The answer is 4 through the wall clips. Dark art, no idea. So we expanded that. Obviously, at HDQ 2014, we did Pong and Snake inside of Super Mario World, and it really got a lot of attention because, frankly, it was insane. It was so nutty. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, Sine Wave, thanks. It's kind of later than I expected. Don't worry, we will get to the thing I said I would do. Yeah, entering some shellcode. That is a very funny pun that is quite accurate. Yeah, who needs to pause buffer when you can do that? How optimized is Flappy Mario? I'm staying out of that. But hey, Sinewave, good to see you here. Alright, DogD93, I'm curious what you're going to draw. Yeah, blowing Pooh's mind in Cappy last year was really epic. It was probably one of my favorite moments of that entire event. Just his, what? But Celeste was really good too. Frankly, that whole thing was just awesome. Hey, the little... Oh, no, go away, Google. I didn't say you. You bugger off. I didn't want to talk to you. Anyway. It's going to be in the bottom right? Okay, DogD93. Thanks. I'm glad that you're drawing something in there. So, True, what exactly did you just write with all those separators? Remember when a few years later you had a task to do a throwback to the Pong and Snake tasks? Well, I mean, we've kind of done a few random things. Yeah, there's been some awesome stuff, especially from P4 Plus 2. Have I ever thought of going to PAX East? I'm on the West Coast, so no? Why, Doug D? I have not thought about going to PAX because I don't understand Penny Arcade. So, there's an XKCD comic about 10,000 things. And it kind of talks about how you know there's always something you don't know. So, for any given interesting thing, there are 10,000 people discovering it for the first time on average at age 30, which is kind of a bizarre statistic, but I have never quite understood Penny Arcade, and I probably should. I love this showboating. This is so awesome. Can you get a task run of Super Flappy Bird? Maybe. Yeah, the lucky 10,000. Oh, you've never heard of Mentos and Coke? Oh yeah, we're going to the store. This is your lucky day. Yes, xkcd.com/1053. So arcades are awesome, but I like bringing my arcade home, which is why I own 4 pinball machines. Some of you who were watching my stream more than 2 years ago might have seen that I have a Black Knight at home. I also have a whirlwind that I keep at work, and I have a Twilight Zone and a wonderful Attack from Mars that are both at church. They're in the youth room. Coder Joe, you're trying to buy a DDR machine. Good luck with that. I will step back and stay far away. True, that code is terrifying. Never run that. Rena, I'm gonna stay away from Penny Arcade then. Yeah, I love my Twilight Zone. It's a great one. The young people. I like how you say that. Well, my kids like playing pinball, so I'm an advocate for physical interaction, and I really like being able to physically touch a pinball machine and blow it up. And be able to... How do I say this? I really like being able to add a little bit of shove to my game. The visceral feeling of playing real pinball and being able to feel the ball maneuvers through the cabinet, all the reality of it. It's so much better. Yeah, I have a really good mechanical keyboard from Das Keyboard. The only challenge is it's really loud while streaming, so I tend not to do that. One of your one-day projects is to build a main cabinet. I have built a main cabinet. I used a really, really weird Linux release. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, so I'm not going to say its name, but I did build one for the youth room. Light gun games are fun. I can still do them. I've got a nice professional video monitor right here. I think gets the job done. Are you drawing TASBot? I can't quite tell. I don't know what you're drawing there. Maybe? Maybe it's TASBot. I think you're actually drawing TASBot, but I don't know yet. I didn't get Ninja keycaps, I just got normal MX Blue. Sine wave, you can do... Sine wave, it's PBN, if that's what you're asking about. So, a dog? It's a dog, huh? Chibi? I love that section of Mario totally messing with those giant cannonballs. So the light colors, anything you say, whatever name your color is, will cause it to... Well, whenever you say something, it'll change the colors in my room. Like right now, that one's kind of more of an orangish. Now it's blue. That's why my face looks so weird. No, sine wave, you can do bit donations. That's totally fine. So for Hue Fighter, all you have to do is share any amount and a color name or a hex value, and it will shift the colors that are pointed at TASBot here, who's currently rather green. It will shift those to whatever color you pick. So you can do that at any time. And a portion of your money will go to charity. Give him the hand! So we want all the hands. Let's get more green. So you don't have to put it in quotes, and you're better off, so you have to do an XY coordinate if you want to do that part. Whoa, it got dark. Sine wave, you just turned my lights off over there. So, Hef, you can do that, absolutely. So the task can manipulate the RNG to get no hands or all hands. We got it all hands. You like the colors in my setup better than what I saw at GDQX. What do you mean by colors? The greens were extra bright. Are you saying the color captures of my camera or of what TASBot's playing? It's okay, Media. You don't have to light it up. It's totally fine. The darkness falls over the land. Media Magnet, I saw the light come on slightly when you did that. Whoa! Somebody's got a dark name. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Dark Art. I forgot. Dark Art likes turning my lights off because it's dark art, so go figure. I'm really excited. I think this is going to console verify, and then I'll put this on YouTube and I'll get all kinds of flack. But honestly, this is the best advertising for what my stream is like. Not yes, Maru. You have not missed it, Maru. It's coming, and I am so glad you're here. We're finishing up the 100% run now. I see a Linux Mint icon being drawn in chat there. I should note that yesterday, less than 36 hours ago, that's interesting. Did a cat bump something? I'm a little confused. Suddenly my screen turned on. So yesterday I was at GameStone Quick Express. Yesterday, as of the recording of this episode of this recording of this stream, I was at GDQ Express doing 5 different runs, and I am still so shot and so tired. My commentary is all weird. So somehow another screen turned on, and I don't really know why. Something triggered it to wake up, and I think it was Squib sending me a message on. I think it was Squibs sending me a message on Steam. Awesome. Squibs said some very nice things to me. That was really nice of him. Okay, I'm gonna try to pay attention. Oh, yeah. Slash Keller. So Kitty, I don't think did anything. I think something else woke up my computer. It's okay though. Dog D, I am curious. It looks not like a dog. It looks like... Oh, I know who it is. It's a core, isn't it? it's a corrupted core. Space. So Maru, that Item Abuse 3 task, the new one is just absolutely incredible. If you guys, if you haven't seen it, it's just so worth watching. Yeah, that's the Linux Mint logo. I run Linux Mint. I'm streaming from Linux Mint right now, and TASBot is running Linux Mint as well. Man, some of these close calls here are just nuts. I'm still not entirely certain I understand why, after all of these levels, they still don't get 100 one-ups. No, I run Linux Mint because I find Unity to be an offensive thing, and so is GNOME. Cinnamon and XFCE are both much, much better. By the way, Mario's being pushed to the right to get into this pipe just a touch faster than you could normally get there. Yeah, Dark Art is right, but I think he wants to do a really nice version of that, so I'm not going to get in the way. Alright, here we go. So this uses the... This task was from 2015, but it still manages to get this. So Mate is okay. I think Cinnamon, frankly, is better unless you really have very old hardware. No, it better not desync. I've got a controller right here in case it does. We're finishing this sucker one way or another. Some quick shoutouts. First of all, there goes Bowser, so we're good. We're gonna make this. This run was made by Lord Tom and Tompa. It can be found at this location at tasvideos.org/4657s. Well, there's actually a better link. The better link of this one. Now we're done. We're done. It was time. That was it. That was the whole thing. The better link for this one is actually the publication page at testvideos.org/2835m.html. Hey, I'd like to thank everyone for sticking around. If you made it through this entire thing, I'd like to thank you so much for being here. This is what my typical Twitch streams are like. They're at twitch.tv/dwangoAC. You can always do the drawing thing anytime you like. Swing by, just hang out and chat. We also have a Discord server at discord.tasbot.net. So twitch.tv/dwangoAC for live recordings of this so you can be part of what goes on YouTube. Thank you so much, everyone.